So when I realized that, I had to aim higher now. So I started to challenge myself. Okay, I've done
Mm,
Uber for 3 years. What else can I do? What else do I want to do? So all I did now, my passion was in driving. I've driven for 3 years. Every day I drive like 8 to 12 hours every single day.
mm,
Truckers, they do the same. It's only like now they move from one state to another. All right. And if they allowed me to drive a car, they put pedals in my car, I can drive. I think I can even drive a truck. So now the problem was, how do I start?
so
Where do
how
I
did you start?
start?
Mm,
First of all, I didn't know they would allow me, but God sent an angel. Like I said, everything is all about God. I was
mm,
just scrolling on TikTok and Facebook and enjoying these big trucks. I was on YouTube trying to know about trucking world, how it's done, how it started, how they make their money, and the laws and regulations of trucking. I saw this little person who is a truck driver.
oh,
And I was like, okay, let me try to inbox him and see if he can train me, or he can show me the way, or he can guide me.
mm.
And it happened. He's a very nice man. I texted him, he replied, and he asked for my number, and he called me immediately.
Hello, guys. I welcome you live on SBTV International. My name is DJ Nyame. Welcome on board. And today's episode, I'm moving straight to the USA to go and have a chat with our brother. And this is important video you need to watch. A lot of things will happen today. I mean, he's going to tell us more about him and what he does and all that, and why he got that opportunity and all that. Actually, he's into truck driving, and so so wonderful. If you look at him, sometimes I see his videos, I say, this man. Okay, let's get to know him. So I'm moving straight to the US to have a chat with Katuosis, the truck driver. Katuosis, the truck guy.
Yes,
Katuosis, the
sir.
truck guy. So, Katuosis, I welcome you live on SBTV International. How are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. It's a bit chilly here in Utah, in
Okay.
United States, but we thank God. We thank God.
Okay. Okay. I
Yes.
see. Happy New Year to you, bro.
Happy New Year. How have you been?
Yeah, everything is fine. Everything is
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
How about you and the family?
I'm doing great. Everything is good. My family is doing well back in Africa. And here we are in during right now it's winter, it's very cold.
Hmm.
But that doesn't stop us from working. We came here to
You are
work.
you are you are working hard and you are sending the money back to Africa, eh?
I know, yeah, we have bills to pay and family to take care of. Yeah, yeah.
It's not easy. How
It's
was the
not easy.
Christmas?
Christmas was just a normal day. I was working.
Mm, mm.
I did not spend like holidays at home. I usually go home during like off season. No, I don't go home during holidays. Yeah. So most of the holidays
Okay.
I'm at work. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And today let's get to know you. I mean, I know you are from Kenya, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what's your name?
My name is Joakim Mwangi, but they call me Katuosis, the truck guy. That's the most social media. I was born in Kenya. I came to America 7 years ago. So most my family is back in Kenya.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Nice one. So why the name Katuosis?
I don't know. I can't tell you where that name came from. I think it's
Now, who gave you
just
the name?
somebody, just a friend. He called
Uh-huh.
me, you look like a two, so like a small person. And then it started there. So everybody started calling me Katu. I said, okay, sounds better.
Oh, okay. Katuosis. Okay.
Yes, 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 yes,
I
yes.
see. Okay, so we'll come back to the US and what you do and all that. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
how you got the opportunity and all that. But let's come back to Kenya. Seven
yeah,
years ago, growing up in Kenya,
yeah.
what were you doing? Tell us about your siblings. I mean,
So
family and all that. Let's hear from you from Kenya. Then we'll bounce back to the US.
I was born with pituitary dwarfism, so that makes me small and I don't grow tall like any other person. Um, it's a condition that most of the people don't know about, but they usually see somebody who is short in their village and they think all the short people should be actors or maybe some funny characters. But growing up in Kenya was a little bit challenging because people down there they see any kind of disability like a bad omen. So you find yourself hard to survive. And I started an organization in Kenya for little people back in 2013 just to create an awareness in the community about dwarfism and just letting people know about our condition. Actually, so that's what led me to be invited to come to America to attend a conference. But in Kenya, I was just working, the normal jobs that other people do in Kenya. Um, it was hard to get a job as a person with a disability because they look at you and they will look at your disability more than your capability, you know. So when I came here and I found it was a good place, I decided I'm gonna settle down here and I'm gonna look for opportunities here. Yes,
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about family. I mean, how many siblings you have?
I have one sibling. I only have one sister.
Okay,
Yeah, I have one daughter. She's
is she
7.
is she is she also like your
Little?
height?
No, 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 no. So there are more than 400 types of dwarfism. The most common is called achondroplasia, which is more genetic. Mine is hormonal, so it cannot be transferred to another generation unless I get married to another little person who has a type of dwarfism, which is more of genetical that it can be transferred to somebody else. So my daughter will be tall. Um, I don't think I will ever have a short kid unless it's from somebody who has those kind of genes. Yep.
But let's talk about some of the challenges. I mean, in Africa,
Yeah.
when we see such people, we
Yeah.
laugh at them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't want to give them, even in school, the way they will laugh at you. I mean, you will
Yeah.
not feel comfortable and all that. I mean, the stigma and all that. Tell us more about it in Kenya with your
Yeah.
condition.
Stigma and discrimination is a lot, and you find people. Basically, people are born with eyes to see the difference between, black and white, tall and short, big and small. But the reaction is what triggers now you to know these people are treating you differently. Because if you're walking on the street and you see people, you know, uh, taking you pictures behind your back and videos and people trying to mock you or ask you questions that they totally they're demeaning you because of how you are.
Mm,
They ask
mm.
you stupid questions like how do you even have sex with a lady, those kind of questions, or how are you even the father of that daughter? How did you even make a baby? Like they don't know you're still a human being like them. So it's a little bit different here in America because people will, they are a little bit more reserved and they obey the law because like staring at a person for too long is against the law. You can even report them. But in Africa, it's different. People will laugh at you, they'll mock at you, but you can't do anything. All you need to do is just swallow your pride and just walk. So it was a hard day for me, like from leaving the house, going to work, and coming back in the evening is like a whole year because it's a lot of activities. So when you leave the house in the morning, you'll find children in the community, they're playing, they will call you, look at that small dad there, those kind of things. If you go to a public vehicles, in Africa we use public means a lot, and you'll go sit down in a seat, in a bus seat, and they will come and try to wake you up, somebody to sit down, thinking that you're a kid. You go in town, there's a lot of people walking in and out, so you're down there, people are
mm,
knocking you. It's hard.
mm, mm.
Uh, you
So
put down. You,
with all these challenges you were facing back in Kenya, how was the feeling like going here and they
I
doing
mean, it
this?
made me strong because you have to survive. At the end of the day, you cannot stay in the house and cry the whole day like people.
Mm,
Or you fear going out to work. So what I did, it taught me how to be more strong because right now I don't think there is any environment I cannot survive. If I survived in Africa as a little person, I think I can survive anywhere. That's why I don't even fear taking the biggest challenge in my life, like driving this big truck.
mm,
I I've seen much worse. I've been in much worse situation that I just want to um you know go on and move on and move on, making myself better
mm,
and better. Yeah,
mm. Okay, so let's talk about working back in Kenya. You said you were working, right?
yeah.
Before the organization. I mean, what kind of work were you doing back in Kenya?
I was a jack of all trades. So when I graduated from high school, um, my sister wanted to go back to school. So what I did, my mom sold one cow. My mom was a small scale farmer, so she sold one cow. She bought me a donkey, and I talked to one of my uncle. He made the cart that the donkey pulls,
Mm,
and that's what I was doing for 5 years when I left high school until I left now the village to come to Nairobi. That's what I was doing in the village. I was hauling people's goods from the farm to the market. People who have hotels, the food restaurants. You help them go get the water from the river, bring them to the. That's what I was doing because there was
okay,
nothing else to do in the village. I live in a small village. I grew up in a small village where they have these big uh, pineapple plantations. And when I finished high school, I went to ask for a job there. They gave me the big hoe to dig, and they told me to dig with it. I couldn't even lift it up, so I didn't get that job. So I had to become very creative to survive. So that's what I did. I told my mom, why don't you sell one cow and buy me a donkey because there's no donkey around. I can, you know, carry people's things. So that's how I used to do. Yeah,
wow,
to survive.
wow,
So I left the village, came to the city. I started like any other little person to pursue my dream in acting because most of the little people they love acting because they think people love to see them on TV than in the office doing other things. So like every person I'll tell you, most of the little person, 99%, they are trying to pursue their dream in acting because they think the only way to survive in this world is become comical and people to see you either on TV, on the big crusades out there dancing for people. So I did that, and I was lucky because I got a weekly show on TV in Kenya, and that came later a little bit. Like when I came to Nairobi in 2010, and I got the show like in 2015. So in between,
oh,
I started the Little People's Organization, and we were running it as I was still pursuing my dreams in acting. Yeah. So
wow.
I did that for like 3 years. I mean, it was not paying me
How,
good,
how, how did you get the idea of organizing these little people?
people.
I mean,
When I came to Nairobi, I met other little people, um, and we were invited for a World Dwarf Games here in America back in 2011. And so we had to like call the little people. We went to the media. We said, if you know any other little person, tell them to come. We go do some practice and see if we can get that chance to come to. It was in St. Louis, Missouri then, but we did not get the chance. The government did not pay for us. But after that, that's when we sat down and said, why don't we come up with a Little People's Organization? And we called it the Little People of Kenya. And we came together. We started the organization, and right now we have more than 1,000 members in the country.
1,000.
More than 1,000. Yeah, more than 1,000.
Wow.
I mean,
So you were the lead.
I was a
So you
president.
were
I was the first president because
okay.
I was the person who started the organization. Right now, we have another president because I left the country, but they're still doing good. I still help them. We changed our name to from Little People of Kenya to the Short Stature Society of Kenya. It's a big organization now. Big membership. We try to help our people not to just think they can just do well in comedy and TV. They have other professions. So we have people from the government, we have people in offices, we have people who are farmers, but we still have people who are in acting, right? And other people now started to join sports because sports is another avenue where little people can show their talent. So we have people who are swimmers, we have people who throw shot put and javelin. I was good in soccer. Right now I'm great. I'm getting old, so I can't play soccer too much. But yeah, we are trying to help them like get the whatever they're good in. Those who are in school, we try to tell them to go get good education because that's the only thing that will now help you survive. If you have papers, you need to produce documents like you went to school. Not to just wait for sympathy from people. Oh, you're short. We'll give you this because you're short. No, we need them to step up and say, I have this degree, so I deserve this job because I've gone to school and I have these documents.
Wow.
Yeah,
Let's talk about how you got the opportunity after you guys coming together to form this thing. You got a chance to
yeah,
visit America.
yeah. So we were invited several years, like from 2011 all the way to 2017. We were being invited every single year. And we were trying to go to the government to lobby for support to get the air tickets and come to attend the conference because we believed if we go and see what other people are doing, it will be better for our organization. We wanted to learn how to do resource mobilization. We wanted to know how to deal with uh, groups dynamics and those kind of things so that we can make our organization better. So we tried and we tried and we tried. We first got our first opportunity in 2016. So we sent a delegation of people. I wasn't there. I didn't go. I Even if I was a president, we chose other people to go. But I got the opportunity in 2017. No, 2018. That's when I came. And then no, I came in 2017. That's when my daughter had just been born. So I came in June, and then I went back. And then in 2018, I had when I came here, I made contacts and people. They said you can come and stay. So I came back and I settled and I started now to live here in America. Yeah, but I had to go back. I came and I went back home because my daughter had just been born. She was only 2 months. I couldn't leave her stranded and I come to America. I had to go back and organize everything. Then I come. So because I had got somebody was willing to host me, and I met another lady who said she gonna pay for my ticket when if I wanted to come back. Good people. I met a lot of good people at the conference who really
Wow.
helped me to come and settle here. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you first got to America, I mean,
So
you've been hearing America,
I
America.
came
When you
the
first got there,
conference in 2017 was in Denver, Colorado. So my first city to arrive in America was Denver. I went briefly to Boston, Massachusetts. Then I
mm,
came home. So I did not see much of America during the conference. It was just 1 week, a lot of activities. You are in a big hotel, and all the activities are done in the hotel. So you don't go out. First of all, you don't have the money. So I came to see America now when I came back in February. So I came to a small town in Louisiana. It's called Shreveport, Louisiana. So now it's me and America and life. So
wow,
I mean, Louisiana, in February, it was still cold for me. It was too cold. Louisiana doesn't have a lot of snow, or it doesn't have snow at all. But it usually gets
Mm,
a little bit chilly and cold during winter. It's not like the up north states like Ohio, where now I live, where there's a lot of snow everywhere. So, but it was a nice experience now to go out and see everything. It
mm.
took me like 1 year to decide what I want to do, check the options for me to settle down here in America, because this is a country where you cannot work if you don't have documents. So you need to do your research and know what you're going to do to get a job. All those kind of things. It took me like 1 year.
So how did all start?
It all started by um, I filed for asylum. Asylum is where you state your case of the challenges that you're going through in your country, that you don't want to go back. Okay, so you have to write a story, and my story was genuine based off what I told you, because as a little person it's very hard to survive in Africa. So I wrote a story of my life from when I was born to right now as an adult, and the things that I think they would make me live better here than in Africa. So, and my story, I wrote my story. I got a lawyer. He helped me file the asylum case. It went through, and they gave me a work permit. They gave me a social security number that allowed me now to work. And I got my first job as a dishwasher. I went to a local restaurant. I started washing people dishes in the restaurant. Just like any other person
So
does a
how
good
was it
job.
like when you were back in Africa? I mean, the
Yeah,
way people mock at you and all that. When you go to America and you started working and
it's
all that, looking at your
it's
height and all
different.
that, was it the same thing?
No, no. Actually, I felt more safe here because, like I told you, this is a country. People here are more civilized. People they are
Mm.
more civilized. They really mind their own business, and like I told you, you can sue somebody for if they are staring at you, in a different way that you don't like or you don't feel comfortable. Um, so it was easy, a little bit easy for me to survive here. Nowadays, I don't even care because people are doing their own stuff. Yes,
Wow. So I mean, you started as a dishwasher, and then
I
how
started
you
as a
ended up.
dishwasher. I did that for like 3 years, no, 3 months, and then
Mm.
I moved from Louisiana. I went to Ohio. I saw some Kenyan friends, and in Ohio, I went to there's an office I saw. It's called Opportunity for Ohioans with Disability, where they help people with disability get a good job, a decent job. So they placed me in an office setup. They wanted to see how I can, become like a secretary. So they helped me like um filing system and data entry, those kind of things, and try to talk to people when they come to the office. I did not like that job because it was not my thing to be in an office setup and with a suit and talk to people there. I did not like it. So I did that for like 2 months and I left. But I told the office why I wanted to leave, because later, like after 3 years, I went back to the office and they helped me. But I'll cut that story there. So I left that office job and I went to another one, which is telemarketing job. Now I was in an office again, but then I was like trying to sell products for people, and they put me in this a department called I was selling like some direct TV. So here in America they have cable services where you sell the TV service to people, like DSTV, you sell to people. But now the department they put me in is people who had now that direct TV and had left. You want to win them back to the department. It was hard for me. It was the hardest job I've ever done. It was not even like the office job I was doing. So I did that for 1 month. I left because they said if you don't make 4 sales in a month, they will fire you. So I knew better. So I left. I quit. And I realized I can do some jobs with my car because then I had a car now. So I started now doing food deliveries. There's apps for food deliveries here. You can do Uber and Lyft. That's what I did for 3 good years. I really liked it because you work with for at your own time. If you just switch, if you're going to Africa, you switch off the app, you go, nobody, you don't need to ask for somebody to give you permission for 2 months or 3 weeks. You just go and you're making money at the end of the week. You have some money to pay your bills. I really liked it and I did that for 3 years. I used to make some pretty good money there. And later, then, when I was still doing my own deliveries, that when I realized, oh, what about these big trucks that I see? How can I drive them? And that's when the idea now started coming in about trying to become a truck driver.
Wow. But
Yeah.
I mean, with your condition, uh, why do you have those kind of thoughts? I mean, that you picture that, oh, truck driving. I mean, your height and all that,
Uh,
truck driving, you need to be tall and all that. You had that picture that you want to drive truck.
yeah, when I came to America,
What happened?
I realized America is a country of possibilities. Is a country of dreamers. You can
Mm,
become anything you want to become here as long as you push and work for it. Opportunities are there. Nobody will deny you a chance because you're short or because you are
mm,
white or
mm,
you're black. No,
mm,
as long as that's what you want, you work on it and you're qualified, you can do it. So when I realized that, I had to aim higher now. So I started to challenge myself. Okay, I've done
mm,
Uber for 3 years. What else can I do? What else do I want to do? So all I did now, my passion was in driving. I've driven for 3 years. Every day I drive like 8 to 12 hours every single day.
mm.
Truckers, they do the same. It's only like now they move from one state to another. All right. And if they allowed me to drive a car, they put pedals in my car, I can drive. I think I can even drive a truck. So now the problem was, how do I start?
So
Where do
how
I
did you start?
start?
Mm,
First of all, I didn't know they would allow me, but God sent an angel. Like I said, everything is all about God. I was
mm.
just scrolling on TikTok and Facebook and enjoying these big trucks. I was on YouTube trying to know about trucking world, how it's done, how it started, how they make their money, and the laws and regulations of trucking. I saw this little person who is a truck driver.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, let me try to inbox him and see if he can train me or he can show me the way or he can guide me.
Mm.
And it happened. He's a very nice man. I texted him, he replied, and he asked for my number and he called me immediately.
Wow.
His name is Lorenzo. He called me, he told me, he asked me a few questions and he told me, okay, now you need to go to school, you need to get your license, commercial license. And then when you get your commercial license, now you can come to my company. I'm going to train you and they're gonna give you your own truck. So I went back. You remember that office I told you, opportunity
Yeah.
for hires with
Yeah.
disability.
Yeah.
I went back there. I told them, you remember I told you that job was not my thing? Yeah. Now I have a job that I think is my thing now, truck driving. So they told me, okay, now go look for school and bring the brochure. We're gonna check the prices and then we will see if it's something we can do. So I went and choose 3 schools around. One was a community college, which I ended up going there, and they paid for everything. CDL is expensive. It's around $7,000. It's very expensive. So they paid that. I went to school 1 month. I finished. I got my CDL. It's very hard. Explaining all the processes is a long, but CDL is hard. You have to go to class for 1 week. They teach you laws and regulations of the land about trucking, what you expect to do, anti-human trafficking, or those kind of things. Um, FMCSA, those are the people who deals with like safety, you, things to do with drugs, things to do with how you're supposed to behave yourself in trucking. Okay, and then after 1 week, you do a test, and then you go to the yard. Now they show you these are the trucks. This is how you drive. They show you how to do a pre-trip and a post-trip inspection because you need to know everything about your truck, and you do a test. And so once you qualify, now they give you your commercial license. So from there, I went to the company. I passed my CDL. I got my CDL. I went to Lorenzo's company, which is the company that I am right now. I've been with the company for 2 years now.
Wow.
Um, and so far so good. We did 6 months training with him. He showed me everything. I needed pedals to put in the truck, but he don't use pedals. He has longer legs. He has a different type of dwarfism than mine. So we used to put the pedals in and out every single day. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Have you seen any truck driver like your type in Kenya?
No, in Kenya, I don't know any truck driver who is short.
They
Actually, in
they will not
America,
in,
I only
they,
know Lorenzo,
uh,
and me. That's those are the only people that I know. Maybe there are others I don't know, but I
so
usually
in
believe
Kenya, do
everything
you
else.
think this opportunity in Kenya, do you think this opportunity you got in America, they will give it to you in Kenya?
I don't think so because even accessibility is different in Kenya. Like here,
Mm,
they customize your car based on your disability. In
mm,
Kenya, they have like a uniform disability.
mm.
They just they have one way of driving the car, just one way. They remove the pedals and they put it like on a shift, so everybody can drive that with any kind of disability. You just need to, if you push forward is gas, if you push front is brake. That's it. So most of
Wow.
the companies, I don't know if they would just customize a truck for you. I don't know. Maybe
Wow.
they would.
I know truck driving, they look at the weight of the car and all that, or they don't check that.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, you
uh,
have to. There is a legal weight. So this truck and trailer, when it's empty, is around 34,000 pounds. And but the legal gross weight limit is 80,000 pounds. Okay, so uh, if your weight is gross, the truck and trailer and the load is over 80,000, you are in violation. You cannot go. But also they have, you can be under 80,000, but your exhaust, it has a drive exhaust, it has trailer exhaust, it has there's steering exhaust, drives and trailer, three exhausts. Okay, so there is a limit weight of the exhaust too, so you should balance your weight so that you don't be in violation. So they teach you all those things in school, and you come and do them practically here. So like if you're on a freeway, every like 100 miles or 200 miles, or if you leave one state to another state border, there is a weigh station there. So you need to go in, they measure your weight, and then they let you go. So what you need to do at the truck stops, they have a scale where you pay. You go through the scale just to make sure your weight is legal. So when you go to the weigh station, you will not be in violation, because if you are overweight, they'll give you a ticket. And if you work for a company, they give that company a ticket, which is bad news for you as a driver, because the company expect you needed to go to the scale and measure to be sure. Yeah.
Wow. Let's see when you first start. I mean, how was it? Your first day after
My
going
first
to the
day.
school and all that. I mean,
Let's talk about the school. When I went to the school, the trainer saw me and he was like, "I know you did not come here to do truck driving." I told him, "Yeah, I'm here to do truck driving." But okay, he told me, "I see you have a lot of courage. I'm gonna help you. I'll make sure you have your CDL." So we
mm,
had an agreement. He promised me, and he delivered. I got my CDL within a month. I had my CDL. But the first day now, when I got now in the truck, that thing is so long. It is very long. The trailer itself is 53 feet. Okay, and then the rest is for the truck. So it's like 70 feet long. It's very long. So when I got in and I looked at the mirror to look at the trailer, man, I felt like I would tell him, "I think I made a mistake. Let me go home. I will come back another time." Because it was too long. It was too big. Man. But after 2, 3 days, it becomes smaller and smaller. It gets into your eyes now because you need to know the movement between the truck and trailer. You need to make wide turns. You always make sure your eyes are there. If you're not sure, always get out and look. Come back to the truck and do your maneuver because backing is the hardest. Driving front is okay because you just need to be stick to the lane. But now backing in a door for getting unloaded and being loaded, that is the hardest because there are trucks right there next to you. You have to enter there and you need not to cause accidents, don't hit anything. So that was the hardest. Backing that truck is the hardest. But practice and practice and practice, you get to know it.
so now you are perfect, eh? Chief
I'm not
driver.
perfect. I'm not perfect, but I mean, I'm
Now
experienced.
you have now you have experience.
Yeah, nobody is perfect, let me tell you. Even the truck drivers who have like 10, 20 years experience, they have a bad day in the office.
Mm,
Because there are days you go, you see a door, it's very tight for you. Sometimes you need even to go out and ask the next driver to come out and look for you because it's too hard. It's too tight to do the maneuvers.
what are some of the challenges in this truck driving?
You are away from your family for too long.
Mm,
It's a boring job because you're alone in the truck. If you're not doing team driving, you're alone in the truck for all this time. Yeah. Um, Sometimes you can go a day or two without shower based on like during this time of the weather. You can't even make it to the truck stop to go and take shower because that's where we're gonna take our showers. Um, so those are some of the challenges. If your truck breaks down in a place that there is no signal, those kind of things, it's sometimes hard for them to come. It takes long for them to come and rescue you.
mm.
Yeah, those kind of challenges. But other than that, everything else is okay.
Okay, what about benefits
Benefits as a
as a
company
truck driver?
driver, you don't
You're
make a
making
lot.
money, more dollars, eh?
As a company driver, you don't make much, you know. Uh, but if you buy your own truck, you get more. Although that one now comes with a responsibility. If you buy an old truck that will keep you in the shop all the time, you don't make
Are you
money.
planning to are you planning to own one in future?
Maybe, maybe I'm still
Mm,
thinking. Right now, the everything is so high right now in America. The gas is too much. The truck's price also is too high.
mm,
Uh, so I'm still thinking. Maybe, maybe not. I might look for a better paying company
mm,
because there
mm,
are companies that they pay better. Like Walmart, they pay better. Um, Based on your experience, they need like 3 years experience. You need to have a clean license, so you don't need to have like accidents and violations on your CDL.
mm.
Uh, Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm still new in the game. 2 years is not a lot, so I'm still learning.
Do you drive to different states, or is just
Yeah, I do East Coast,
how
West
many
Coast,
states have you how many states have you been so far?
all of them.
You've been to other states,
Yeah, all of them.
50 states.
Yeah, even if not, no, they have no the lower ones are 48. So there are states we don't go, like Alaska. That one, you have to cross the ocean to go there, so we don't go there. But the lower 48 we go. So it's through from California to Boston, Massachusetts, across the country. So I think I've gone through all of them. If
Wow.
not
Within these 2 years.
delivering there, but driving through. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. 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 But like you said, I mean, this long distance driving, I remember I asked someone too about
Hmm.
the disadvantage, and they are saying that
Yeah.
you drive, and you have waist problem and all that. I mean, do you face all those things? Driving for
No.
too long, you have to park and walk maybe 30 minutes, come back, come and drive again, and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I don't have any problem with my back. I'm good. It's true. You need to, trucking, you sit down for too long in your truck. So first of all, you observe your meal. You don't eat like these meals that will make you big, and you're not losing calories. You're not walking. You're not doing exercise. But it's always good when you stop for the night. At least do some push-ups and sit down. At least you be active with your body. Otherwise, you will be so big you can't even drive for too long, because health-wise it cannot allow you to do it.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. We don't work hard so much, like physically. You're driving. The only time you get out is when you're opening the trailer doors and closing
mm,
them, which is not a lot of work.
mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. Wow. But so people back home, when they see your video
yeah,
posting, now you're a truck driver and all that, what do they
yeah.
tell you? Your people.
They get encouraged so much. A lot of people reach out to me. They tell me, "Oh, you have really changed my life. I need to see life in a different way. If you can drive that big truck in a strange country, I need to do better with my life." You try and encourage them. So
Mm,
I usually feel good. I love the way my TikTok is growing too much and reaching to many people. I wish I have enough time to be responding to some of them, because there's a lot of people coming to ask me a lot of questions. But I usually do like lives. I go live, I answer some few questions, because you cannot answer everybody. Yeah,
when you tell somebody you're a truck driver, they doubt you, right?
yeah.
Unless they
Most
see
of
your
them,
video or they see you driving.
unless they see me driving, or they are like, if you tell them you're a truck driver, they might think it's a pickup truck. They're small pickup trucks. But when you tell them you're a 18 wheeler professional truck driver, that's when it hits them, and they're like, oh, okay. Like, I was in a town here in Idaho. I stopped for my 34-hour reset, because you have to reset your clock. So you stay down for 34 hours. And I went to a local church there, and those people, when I was talking to them after service, I told them I was just, I was in town for my reset. I'm a truck driver. Do you know the whole church came
Mm,
to the truck stop to see the truck? Because I told them I'm a truck driver. They couldn't believe. The whole church, including the bishop, they came to see. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a big truck. And then some people, they are surprised when they see me coming out of the truck. So first of all, they think maybe it's a kid coming out. The parent let the kid go out first, and then they're gonna come down, and then nobody else is coming out, and then they look at
mm,
me. Then they
mm,
realize, oh yeah, he's a driver, right? Or sometimes I go to the customer. Now I have a load. Maybe I'm going to get unloaded, and then I go to the office with my documents.
mm,
And when they see me, they expect maybe somebody else is coming, and to tell them, hey, I'm here for delivery. They look at me, they look at the documents, and then, they are left with a lot of questions. So they will follow me out to go and see me going in the truck, barking the truck in the door. They get surprised, but that is what I wanted. Challenge myself so that I can challenge other people. So other people now, when I see them getting challenged, that's when I know I'm changing lives now. Because you really do need to give people hope. But you cannot give people hope if you don't show them how you broke down those bondages of fear. All right. So you have to break them. You lead by example, show people how it's done, and then they will follow. But you cannot just come and preach, tell people, I'm telling you, you guys have hope, but you're the most coward person in the world. Yeah.
Wow. Talking about research, you mentioned that you did some field research and you got in touch with your boss. I
Yeah.
mean, people they use internet, and then uh, they will misuse the most misuse the internet. You see them watching some things that will not benefit them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have so many opportunities online that we can equally tap into all these opportunities like you
Yeah.
just did. What are you telling
Yeah.
us? I mean,
I don't
things that
use
will not
I
help
don't use
them.
the social media in the right way, because social media is a good platform that we can learn. Right now, you don't even need to go to school to learn some things. You just need to go to YouTube and search for, if you want to know how to install an engine. Go to YouTube.
Mm,
They have a lot of videos how to install an
everything is there.
engine.
Mm,
But for us, we just want to go and watch comedies on social media, and cloud chasing, who is abusing who. Those ones are important, they make us happy, but at least go and also watch something which is useful to you, because you need first of all to build yourself, you know, make yourself have information about what you want. Like right now, there's this thing called cryptocurrency and those kind of things, where people are being scammed. But also on the flip side, there are people who are making a lot of money genuinely in cryptocurrency. All right. So if you do your own research, you sit down, take time. This thing, it needs a lot of time. You cannot just know something within a day and you're good. Or you meet some one person giving a talk about this and you believe him. You need to see more people and more people and more people. So I would just say use the internet in the rightful way. There is a lot of information, good information, but also be careful. Be careful. Yeah.
we've been hearing America, land of opportunities. Whatever you want to do, opportunities everywhere. You've been there for
7
7
years.
years. Is it true?
Partly yes, partly no, because I've seen people
Mm,
who have come to America and they have lost it and they go back home, they don't
mm,
make it. And on the flip side, there are other people who come here and they do very good. I wish I would be one of them, because it's true. It's a land of opportunities. It's a land of dreamers. You can achieve what you. Let me tell you, if you can come to America and become a pilot, if you want to become a pilot, you can come to America and become homeless. It all depends on what you want to achieve here, because it's a land of milk and honey, but also
mm,
it's a land of cocaine and heroin. All right. So it just depends on what you want. Nobody will deny you a chance because of your race. Those things are way back gone. Maybe a few bad people here and there, but majority of the people, they will not deny you a chance because you're from Africa, or you black, or you are Asian. No, you can actually sue them. All right. If you have evidence that I was denied this opportunity because I'm black, you will be paid a lot of money. People don't want to do that because it will
mm,
cost them, right?
mm.
Yeah, but it's true. It's a land of opportunity that you can achieve a lot of things. You can come join the military, get the military benefits. You can come join school, and you get the highest degree or highest PhD you want. It's a land of opportunity.
Most of the youths are saying that we need to come to abroad before we can make it. I mean, Africa
Yeah,
is hard. You are from
yeah,
Kenya, so let me use Kenya. Kenya
yeah,
is hard. We want to travel to abroad.
yeah.
If he or she can't make it to abroad, he see himself or herself has failed. He can't make it. Is
I
it
think
true?
no, it's not true. God can bless you from wherever you are.
Mm,
Uh, it's too sad because our African governments, they really don't. I don't want to say they don't care about the people, but the system that we have in Africa, it makes so hard for young people to succeed in life because there are limited resources. We have so big population, the resources are limited. Just to give you an example, here in America, you can be working in a fast food restaurant. If they fire you today, as you're going home, you go to two or three more fast food restaurants, you ask for a job, you have a place to go tomorrow. You have a job for tomorrow. But in Kenya, if you have a job, they fire you, it will be so hard to get another job. First of all, getting that job that you have was hard. So it's true, maybe if they come to abroad, they can do well than in Africa, but also there are some hidden untapped opportunities in Africa that
mm,
people don't see. They just don't do them. They just think maybe they would come to abroad. First of all, abroad, you have two bills. You have a bill here and a bill back at home because your family is at home. You have to take care of the family. And you have bills to pay here. You have taxes to pay here. And here we pay government and you pay the national government and you pay your state government. And you have other benefits like medical insurance, you have retirement benefits that they take from your check. So if you're ready for all those kind of things, welcome on board. Yes.
okay. I saw your video. You came to Kenya not too long ago. I mean,
Yeah,
how often have you been coming?
I usually go home every 6 months. i
Every
i,
6 months.
I don't like staying here for too long. I miss my family, my friends. I miss the lifestyle in Kenya. I love going home. I whenever I'm going home, I'm happy because I know I'm going to spend time with the people that I really love most.
Mm,
Yeah. So 6 months, I'm there. Now, I became a citizen last year, November,
mm.
and that was the best thing because I got the freedom now to be traveling everywhere. You know.
Are you with your wife and your daughter?
No, my daughter stays in Africa. She lives with my mom and my sister. I'm planning to bring them.
What about your wife?
Hopefully
Or you not
next
married yet?
next next year. No, not yet. Not yet. Not
Oh,
yet.
okay. So we have to look for one beautiful lady for you,
No,
eh?
no, 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 no. When the right time comes,
What is no
uh,
no 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 no?
when
There are so many beautiful ladies in America. Or still want to come to Africa to get one?
I'm not sure, I will know. I don't want to rush into things. I want to make sure what I'm doing is the right thing for me
Mm,
because this one person is a person who you will spend the rest of your life with. So
mm,
good things takes time. There's so many beautiful women here in America.
mm,
There are
mm,
very good, beautiful women in Africa,
mm.
but to get the right one is a problem. So you need to take
But
time.
with your height, when you approach uh,
A
the
lady,
ladies, have you
yeah,
faced any?
yeah.
Uh,
Before I became this social media big
mm,
person and I came to abroad, it used to be a problem, man. It used to be a
mm.
challenge to get a girlfriend.
What are some of the things they tell you?
Then before they used to just tell you, no, you're not my type. You're too short.
But now you are
Yeah.
their type.
Now Now you're giving them sleepless nights.
Is it because of America? Is it
Yes,
because
because
now
of
you are in America?
yes, yes. And maybe they think you have some cheddar. You think you have some cheddar, you have
Mm,
some dollars. Now you're in America, you can bring them over here.
mm,
But those are lies, my friend. They are lies. I'm not very stupid here. So all I do, I'm looking
mm,
for somebody who is genuine, somebody who really loves me for who I am,
mm,
not what I have.
mm, mm.
And that time will come. That time will come. Yeah.
That time will come. That time will come.
Yes.
Katuosis, the truck guy, thank you so much for coming on my show. I mean, you've motivated a lot of people, I'm sure, with this your story. I mean,
Yes.
any shout out to your social media handles, those who want to follow you. I mean, you are repping Kenya. I mean, so you speak, you give shout out in your, or you tell them, tell
Language.
the Kenya, tell your Kenyan brothers and sisters to come and subscribe to SBTV International because this channel is
Yeah.
for all Africans. You know, I'm
Yeah.
bringing everybody on board so to share their stories and others. So give shout out social media handles and tell them in your local dialect that they should come and
Okay.
follow us on YouTube,
All
SBTV
right.
International.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for hosting me in your
Mm.
channel SVTV. It's one of the most growing fast channel, and I like it. I usually follow you.
Mm.
Before I even accepted to come to this channel, I had followed you. So
Okay.
you're doing a good job. I would want
Thank
to
you.
give my shout out to my people in Kenya, my friends and my family. I would tell them in Swahili, nawapenda sana na niko na nyinyi na nawamiss sana. So subscribe to SVTV for my friend here, DJ Nyami. Did I pronounce it good? DJ Nyami.
Yeah, DJ Nyame. So you know we have two channels. We have
Okay,
SVTV Africa
okay,
and we have this is SVTV International. The
okay,
internet, the Africa ones, the African channel when you go is for our local dialects. You hear more of
okay.
our local dialect, but this is for
Yes.
English.
Yeah.
SVTV International is for English.
SVTV
So
International. They should
international. Yeah.
subscribe. If they want to reach out to me, all my handles are Katuosis Tracking. Katuosis Tracking. Those are my handles. If they go to Facebook, they go to YouTube, if they go to TikTok. I'm a TikToker. I love TikTok. They should go there. They will get me there. If they have any question, they can always slide to my DM. I will try to answer the ones that I can. And man, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, my brother, for coming on my show live on SVTV International. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to come on my show, my numbers are on the screen. Just WhatsApp me or send me a voice note. Then we can just we take it from there. It's simple as that. So thank you guys for watching. My name is DJ Nyami. I'll thank my production team, DJ Click, Sharon, and Tina. Tap on subscribe, like, share, invite your friends on board, drop your comments. Thank you guys. See you next video. Tour. I'm out.